One thing that we've found as we've studied marriage and worked in our own marriage is that long before people think about divorce or things get really bad or they want to go to therapy, that there's a slow drift, that marriage, their relationship just doesn't seem as good as it used to, and they slowly drift apart. And one of the foundational pieces of marriage is building a strong friendship that can withstand those times that maybe you aren't as close, maybe you're busy with other things in life. Friendship is the foundation for a healthy, long term, successful marriage. So, James, can you tell us a little bit more about why friendship is the first pillar in what we call the firm foundation?
Yeah. So it's because everything else rests on it. The research is there. It shows that strong marriages are built on friendship. Everything that I've looked at and read and tried to digest, it's really friendship as that foundational principle that needs to be there for a marriage to work. There's so many different tools, right? There's people talk about communication and having respect. Well, it all works better when you genuinely enjoy being with each other, and that's where friendship comes in. So I just think it's so important to make everything else that you're trying to do to better your relationship work.
Yeah, totally. So I think for some people, when they hear friendship and marriage, they aren't exactly sure what that means. Can you explain the concept? What is friendship and marriage, or what do you think people misunderstand about that?
Yeah, I think a lot of times people assume friendship is just something you either have or you don't. But it's it's not a personality trait, right? It's a practice. It's built through the small things that you do over and over again with each other. It doesn't have to be this thing where you just think that, yeah, I'm their friend, and it's going to be more than that. It takes a lot of practice, is what I'll say.
I think that's really good. I think that we have seen that in our own marriage, that friendship is, we talk about love as a verb. I think friendship is that same way. And we see that from a young age. You choose to be a friend. How are you going to show up as a friend?
Yeah, I was going to say it's really actionable, right?
Yes.
Friendship is doing.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good point.
I like that. So I think people lean towards, when they think about marriage, or our marriage is in trouble, or I want a better marriage, they lean towards romance. Let's go on a weekend getaway, or let's do something romantic, a romantic gesture. I'll bring flowers, that kind of thing.
Right.
What do you feel that friendship provides that marriage maybe, that romance maybe doesn't?
Yeah. Yeah, I think that romance it can come and go, right? Friendship, it carries you through all those seasons when life's stressful, when the kids need your attention and it's demanding, or maybe you're exhausted. Friendship stays when romance feels harder. Sometimes for me, I feel like romance is almost like it's a thing I have to force. I want to be romantic and have you feel like I'm being romantic, but
Right.
really it comes when we're doing those small actionable things, being friends, and then it happens. So maybe more organic. I think that you don't have to force the romance. It
Yeah.
comes by being friends.
I think that's so true. And I think I feel more romantic when we have a stronger friendship. I think it's like the next layer that it builds on. If you try to have the romance, but the friendship isn't there, or things aren't working, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't, land
Yeah.
as well. And so I also think that when there are so many times, because marriage is long term, so you're having kids when the kids are young, or health challenges, or when the kids are teenagers, or whatever, things that are going to stress the marriage. And yes, you can have a beautiful date and go and do something really romantic and fun, but ultimately a lot of times what you need in those hard moments is you need a friend. You need someone to talk to. You need someone to be in the thick of it with you. And that's going to make those romantic moments even sweeter.
Yeah. I was just going to say the element of friendship in romance, it's beautiful.
Yes.
Right? Because I want so badly to be with you. You are my best friend. And it just makes it sweeter. The romance, it flows easy when you're friends.
Yeah, definitely. So what is one thing couples can do this week to strengthen their friendship?
Okay. Guys, if you'll just carve out the time to take a walk with your spouse, put away the phones, get out there, and just, it doesn't even have to be a long walk, and talk to each other. Ask, what's the most exciting thing in your life right now? What are you excited about? Tell me about your dreams, or even what's the hardest thing you're facing right now? And then just learn from them and have this dialogue. That will help so much. It might be hard at first, right? If I feel like, somebody's asking me, well, what are you excited about? Well, I'm excited to get enough sleep to get up and go to work the next day. Try to go deeper, really, really share with your spouse what excites you, what is something you're dreaming about. And I think you'll find that it will bring you closer together.
I love that. And I think there's two things that I want to highlight in what you just said. So one is making the time. So going on a walk is really a powerful thing for a lot of reasons because you're moving. There's something that really happens in the body when we're moving. Sometimes if I've had a hard time, I need to get out and just move my body to kind of work through those emotions. So as you're moving together, and it's not, an intense physical workout, but you're just moving together, that part alone is powerful. Being outside is powerful. And then having no phones. That's huge because we have so many distractions all the time. And when those are away and we can focus on each other, that leads into having those conversations, using those questions that you talked about. You're in a space where nothing's going to come and interrupt you and you can open up a little bit more. So that's a great tip. Go and try it this week and we'll see you again soon.